Good evening, children.
Good evening.
Good evening, ma'am.
How are you all?
Fine, ma'am.
And
How are you, ma'am?
I'm good, beta. I'm also good. Okay. So let's start. One second. Okay, so in the previous class, we had done about polygons, right? So today we will be doing about types of quadrilaterals. Okay, we have different types of quadrilaterals. See, quadrilateral is a shape that has, which is made of four sides, right? Quad means four, lateral means sides. So any four-sided polygon is called a quadrilateral. Yes, you know this much?
Yes, ma'am.
Great. So today we'll study
Ma'am,
about different types of
uh,
quadrilaterals. Like
ma'am, I have a bit doubts in the angles, ma'am.
in the
ma'am,
Angles, ma'am, like regular angles, irregular, like those angles I have bit confusion, ma'am.
see, so far we haven't studied about any of the angles. I just said regular. When the word regular is there, the polygon means all sides are equal.
Okay,
Okay.
ma'am. Irregular means it will be not equal all the sides, ma'am. Like parallel, like that.
See, when the sides are not irregular, then we don't write the word regular. Okay. Neither we write irregular. So if
ma'am,
nothing is written means it's not regular. If regular is written means then all sides are equal. Okay.
Yes. Like
So it's understood.
square is a regular one, like that, right, ma'am?
What happened?
Like a square is a regular one, like that.
Square is the regular. So it's a property of a square only. There's no point of writing a regular square.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, ma'am.
Because square is a figure that has all sides equal. We don't
Okay,
write regular rhombus because we already know that rhombus has all sides equal.
yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Specifically, we are talking about those figures where the sides are not equal normally.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Like
Yes,
some
ma'am.
pentagon, hexagon, or any other square, regular triangle. It's not always that the sides are equal. It's only on the special cases when the sides are equal.
Okay, ma'am.
Right? So we use the word regular thing. And if
Yes.
in case the regular word is not there, that means it's definitely irregular. All sides have different lengths.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, yes,
ma'am,
one page.
ma'am, in worksheet you gave some homework, right, ma'am, previous class.
Uh,
Ma'am, in that, can you once explain me the fourth and fifth problem?
okay, okay, I'll check later. I've not seen yet. I'll check and I'll get back to you. Okay, not right
Okay.
now, but I'll check and get back to you.
Ma'am, the worksheet which you gave, ma'am, we need to write that and submit to you, ma'am.
If you can submit, that's okay. You can do.
So we need to submit it, ma'am.
No, it's not mandatory that you have to submit. It's only for your practice.
Okay,
Okay,
ma'am.
but if you
Yes,
want me to check it to see the work, I won't be checking, but I'll just see the work. Okay,
okay, ma'am.
you
Yes,
can
ma'am.
send to that.
Ma'am, can you
Charantaj,
explain the
said
fourth?
question number, one second, Ruchi. Charantaj, you said question number 4 and 5.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, right now I don't have worksheet with me here. Okay, nor can I open my phone now.
Okay,
Okay,
ma'am.
so I'll get back to you. Okay, I'll check the worksheet, then I'll get back to you. Yes.
Okay, ma'am.
Shrishta, you're asking something? Yes, Shrishta, put on your video.
Ma'am, my internet's actually not so well. Even your voice is breaking. That's why my video's off. Is that fine?
Is it okay now?
Ma'am, it's still like breaking in the middle. That's the problem.
From my side, beta, everything is okay.
No, ma'am, it's my internet issue. So it's just that.
Okay, let's wait. We'll be all right after some
Ma'am,
time.
and my camera is not working, ma'am. I'm attending to another device. I'm in my village, ma'am. I can't even on my camera, so I'm on my camera in another device. I have been connecting to two devices.
Yes, I can see that.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, anyone else has any doubts? Otherwise, we'll continue with the quadrilaterals now. Okay, so types of quadrilaterals. So here in your course, you have trapezium, you have a kite, you have a parallelogram, you have rectangle, rhombus, square. Okay, so let's go with that. Okay, let me
So
share
like
the screen.
shapes of a parallelogram means of the objects, ma'am, like kite, like that, as you said, as objects shape.
These are all quadrilateral status. So one by one, let's see the properties of it. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so this was your page. Now see, in the previous class, we had done one more thing. We were talking about the angles in a quadrilateral, the interior angles of the quadrilateral. Okay, the interior angle sum property. It was that all the sum of interior angles is 360 degree, right? Okay, let's do a question on this first, based on the angles. Based on the interior angle sum property, the angles today, what is the date today? 29. Please note down the angles of a quadrilateral. Please note down, you might not have this question in your textbook. Okay, this is from a different one. Okay, tell me the fourth angle. The three angles of a quadrilateral are given. You have to tell me the fourth angle.
Ma'am, 70 degrees, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, I am Pranav. The fourth angle is 70 degrees.
Yes, Pranav, one thing I want to tell you, always uh, ask me before answering, okay? Everyone should get a turn, although it was the first thing now, you told the answer, but you must ask before telling, okay? Okay, beta?
Mm.
What about others?
Ma'am,
Yes, yes.
ma'am, 70 degrees only, ma'am. Governor.
70 degrees? Very good. Okay, so see, we take the fourth angle. These are the three angles are given. We take the fourth angle as x. Okay, and we know the sum of all angles is 360 degrees. So x will be equal to 360 minus all these angles. Minus 100 plus 98 plus 92. So plus 98 plus 92. So this will be 360 minus 290. So that's 70 degrees. So the third angle is 70 degrees, okay? Okay, now coming to the kinds of quadrilaterals. Okay, now talking about trapezium. Trapezium is
Could you once again explain this question, ma'am?
see, the sum of all the angles of a quadrilateral is 360 degrees. Okay, this we had studied in the previous class. So when three angles are given to you, you have to find the fourth angle. So I just kept the fourth angle here and I subtracted the sum of all other angles from 360 degrees. Okay, and so I got my fourth angle. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Now trapezium is a quadrilateral which has one pair of sides parallel. Okay, it has one
Yes, ma'am.
side one pair of the opposite sides as parallel. Okay, so this
Yes,
is
ma'am.
so this is a trapezium. We call this type of shape as a trapezium. And suppose if you have these are other two sides are non-parallel. If in case you have the lengths, okay, the length of the other two sides, the non-parallel sides equal, if you get the lengths equal of the non-parallel sides, then you call this that kind of trapezium as isosceles trapezium. Okay. Okay, children. So in trapezium, you have one pair of sides as parallel. Okay, not equal, parallel. You can see here this one is small and the lower one is longer. So these are not equal, these are parallel. Okay, one pair of side is parallel and the other non-parallel sides, if they are equal, okay, it's not always equal. If they are equal, that in that case, we call this type of trapezium as isosceles. Isosceles means when you have two sides equal, as you have heard about isosceles triangle, no? The same way we have isosceles trapezium here. Okay, if the non-parallel sides are equal. Okay, now coming to kite.
Mom, are two sides of a trapezium always parallel?
The two sides are always parallel.
Okay, mom.
Okay. So kite is this kind of a shape, okay, like this, longer on one side, like this. So in kite, you can see that the adjacent sides, suppose if I have this kite A, B, C, D, this is corner. So in this case, in kite, you will find that the adjacent sides means those sides which have a common vertex. So the adjacent sides are equal, okay. The adjacent sides are equal here. The adjacent sides are equal here. Right, children?
Yes.
That means AB will be equal to AD and BC will be equal to DC. Okay? Yes? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
So you can say that the pair of adjacent sides. Adjacent means you cannot take this side and this side. So consecutive pair of sides are equal. Adjacent ones you can say. Okay, and you can see also the shorter ones. The longer ones are equal. So you cannot take this shorter one and this one. So one is long, one is short. They are not equal. Okay, so these pair of sides are equal. Okay. So this was about kite. Now next is parallelogram. Now you have about parallelogram in detail here. In this chapter, you have parallelogram in detail. Okay, so this is how a parallelogram looks like, right? So it's saying the first property is that the opposite sides of a parallelogram are of equal length. Opposite sides. This side is opposite with this side. So opposite sides are of equal length. So these two sides are opposite, they are of equal length. These two sides are opposite, they are of equal length. Okay, so you can write here opposite sides are equal. Opposite sides are equal also and parallel also. Okay, so with the parallel property, we have the name parallelogram. Okay, children. So the opposite sides in this are parallel and equal. The next property about the quadrilateral is that opposite angles of a parallelogram are of equal measure. Now opposite angles. If I take this angle, its opposite angle is this one. So opposite angles are of equal measure. This angle will be equal to this one. And opposite angle of this is this angle. Okay, so these two will be equal, right? So we can say that opposite angles of a parallelogram are equal. Please, you can write down these properties. This will be helpful when we do the sums. Opposite angles of a parallelogram are equal. Okay. Then the next thing about the parallelogram is that the adjacent angles in a parallelogram are supplementary. Now, what are adjacent angles? Adjacent angles, those angles which are sharing a common arm, like this angle and this angle. If I name this parallelogram as ABCD, so angle A and angle D here, these are adjacent because they are sharing a common arm between them. Angle A and B are also adjacent because they are also sharing a common arm between them, right? Are you understanding?
Yes.
Similarly, B and C are adjacent because they have a common arm between them. Similarly, C and D are also adjacent because they have a common arm between them. Okay, so you can say the adjacent angles are supplementary. What do you mean by supplementary? Adjacent, when you add these
From
two
180 degrees.
these two angles, their sum will be 180 degrees. Okay, so adjacent angles in a parallelogram are supplementary. Supplementary means 180 degrees. Their sum will be 180 degrees. What is complementary?
90
90
degrees.
90 degrees. Complementary means when the sum of two angles is 90 degrees. So we call them as complementary, right? So, but when the sum of any two angles is 180 degrees, then we call it supplementary angles. Okay, and they also make a linear pair also. You know now what is linear pair? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you heard about linear pair?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, now the next property about the parallelogram is that the diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other at their point of intersection. Now, suppose if I draw a diagonal of this, diagonal means joining the two opposite vertices. If I make diagonals on this, okay, so it's saying the diagonals intersect each other. That means diagonal BD will intersect AC. Okay, bisect each other. Bisect means it will divide it into two equal parts. The diagonal BD will bisect diagonal AC. Bisect means it is dividing AC into two equal parts. And similarly, diagonal AC will bisect diagonal BD into two equal parts. All right. That means B to O will be equal to O to D, and A to O will be equal to O to C. AO will be equal to OC, BO will be equal to OD. Are you understanding?
Ma'am, could
Yes,
you
ma'am.
explain again, ma'am? I didn't got.
See here, parallelogram is this. I'm saying if I make two diagonals on this parallelogram, then each of the diagonal bisect the other diagonal. Okay? Each diagonal bisect the other diagonal. Now,
Yes.
BD is a diagonal, AC is a diagonal. So, BD diagonal will bisect AC diagonal. Into bisect means dividing into two equal parts. Okay? You understood this much?
Yes, ma'am.
Similarly, AC is also a diagonal which will divide BD into two equal parts. Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So this is the property that the diagonals bisect each other.
Okay, ma'am.
So these are the four properties, and you have to learn these properties because you should know these properties. So based on this, we have some questions also in the book. Okay. Okay.
Ma'am, I have a doubt.
Yes.
Ma'am, basically, even the opposite angles of a parallelogram are supplementary, right?
Equal. They are not supplementary. They are equal. Adjacent
Oh,
angles are
okay, fine.
supplementary. Okay, it's written, no? Here, opposite angles of a parallel, the second point. The
Okay,
opposite
ma'am.
angles of a parallelogram are equal. It's only the adjacent angles are supplementary. Okay? Okay. So let's do some questions on this. Find the value of x. Now suppose, now what is x here? This is a shape of a quadrilateral is given. This kind of shape it is. Okay. This is 130 degrees angle. This is 120-degree angle. This is angle x. This is angle 50 degrees. So you have to find the value of x here. So what will be the fourth angle here?
Ma'am, can I?
Yes.
Ma'am, 130 degrees.
Fourth angle will be
130.
say loudly.
Ma'am, 60, ma'am.
60 degrees. Okay, so it will be 60 degree. Now that's another figure. Let's take it. Okay. This was 90 degree here. This angle is say 60 degrees. This is 70 degrees. This is x. So you have to find the value of x here. What is angle x here? Now see here, you can see nothing is written here. In the third angle, nothing is written. But outside you can see this. This is normally we write when we have some right angle.
90 degrees.
This angle is right
Ma'am,
angle.
it's not.
This is also right. So what is x here? Yes, find out and tell me the value of x.
I'm 140.
Ma'am, 140 degrees.
140 degrees. Okay. Okay, so there is
Could you little bit scroll up, ma'am? Just a little bit. Little bit.
okay, so you have another shape here like this and like this. This angle is given to be 70 degrees. This is 60 degrees. This angle is x. This angle is x. This angle is 30. Okay. So I name this angle as PQRST. This is x and this is y. Okay, now here you have to find the value of x. These two angles are equal. This angle and this angle, both are equal. So find out what will be the measure of these two angles.
Ma'am, X is 150.
Okay.
My power correction is not there. Once can you explain? The first question means find the value of x. That one first.
Which one? This one?
Yes, ma'am. Anything. Your voice was getting breaking, ma'am. Before.
See here, is the figure visible to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you can see
Before the power is not there. That's
you
why.
can see the figure is a quadrilateral, right? So that means when
Yes.
you're talking of a quadrilateral, the sum of all four sides is 360 degrees.
Yes.
So we are asked to find the fourth angle. So fourth angle is x. So that means from 360 degree, I have to subtract the sum of the other three angles, is it? That is, there will be 50 plus 130 plus 120. Right? So what is
Yes.
so what is this 50,
Ma'am.
150 and
Ma'am, both of the angles are 100, ma'am. X is equals to 100.
which one are you talking about? This?
Yes, ma'am.
Just a second, wait for some time. I'm explaining this first. Okay, I'll just check, bache. So this will be 360 minus this will come out to be 300. So that's 60 degrees. Yes,
Yes.
this was same like what you have done here, the very first one.
Yes.
The three angles are given, you just had to find the fourth one. So here also three angles are given, you just had to find the fourth one, right? But
Once can you little scroll up, ma'am? Yes. Okay, ma'am. Done, ma'am.
okay, now so now in this,
Ma'am, can I answer?
yes, who's this?
Ma'am, it's me, Shrestha.
Yes, Shrestha.
Ma'am, is X 150?
X 150.
Ma'am, X is equals to
See,
100.
this shape is like a pentagon, right?
Oh, okay.
So what is the sum of angles? This shape is not quadrilateral. So that means sum of the angles of a pentagon is what?
Ma'am,
How do you-
540.
So how do you get that 540?
Ma'am.
See, there is, we have a formula for this, that is n minus 2 upon n minus 2 into 180 degrees. Okay, n means as many are the number of sides of the polygon minus 2 into 180 degrees. Okay. Hello.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes,
We
ma'am.
were discussing about this. I think we didn't do this.
Ma'am, this was not discussed last class, and I was not there before
This
it,
was
so I
not
don't know about
discussed
it.
because we were doing the polygon part. Okay. So this is here in your exercise 3.1. If you can see, if you have your book with you, we'll just discuss it now. There is a tabular column made here. Okay. It's showing that the triangle has three sides. Can you see that in exercise 3.1, there is a figure made there
Ma'am, 3.1 in what?
in your NCRT book.
Oh, I don't have NCRT.
Okay, never mind. So now listen here. Okay. So this is a triangle where you have three sides. Okay, never mind if you don't have NCRT, please listen. So
Yes, ma'am.
when you have three sides here, we say that the angle sum property is 180 degrees, right? Now it's given that in the other figure, it's a four-sided figure. Okay, the number of sides are four. So now the angle sum property is 360 degrees. We know that. No, in a four-sided figure, the sum of angles of a quadrilateral.
Yes, ma'am.
This we have just done so many questions of the same similar type. So that means this will be 180 into 2. That's how we get 360.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. And this can also be written as 4 minus 2. Is it?
Yes, ma'am.
It can be written like this. Okay. Now, similarly, if you have some other figures, say five-sided figure, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? You have some five-sided figure. Now, what are we observing here? Here we can say this was 3 minus 2, that was 1 into 180 is 180. Now, this was 1.
Okay.
Okay, 180 into 2, that gave you 360. Now, this will be what? 5 minus
5 minus 2 into 180.
180, that will give you 3 into 180, that will be
Ma'am,
520.
Ma'am, these are the figures of this diagram, ma'am, for this angle. The question what you just gave now. For the third question.
This I will discuss afterwards, but first listen to this. How
Yes,
do
ma'am.
you get the sum of the angles of this? Then only you will be able to find the two angles, no?
Yes, ma'am.
So suppose if you have some six-sided figure, okay, some six-sided figure.
It will be 6 minus 2 into 180
That will
again.
be, yes. So now 180 into 6 minus 2. So that is giving us n minus 2. As you go on, it's giving us n minus 2 into 180. Right? Whatever
ma'am.
are the sides of the figure, minus 2 into 180. Right? So you get the
Yes,
sum of
ma'am.
all the angles of this. Now suppose if it is six-sided figure. So n minus 6 minus 2 will be 4. So 4 into 180. So 4 into 180 will be 720. Okay? 4 into
Yes,
1.
ma'am.
So I hope you have understood this.
Yes, ma'am.
This is the logic behind that. Okay? Now suppose if
Thank
you are
you, ma'am.
taking this five-sided figure here. So that means the five-sided figure, this is n minus 2 into 180. So 5 minus 8, that is 3 into 180. So all the sum of all the angles in this figure is 540. Okay, don't mistake it with 360 because this is not a quadrilateral. It's a five-sided figure. It's a pentagon. Now here, now let's come back to this question now. This angle was given to be 70 degrees. So if this is 70, if we take the linear pair of this, then this becomes what? 110. 180 minus 70 will give you 110.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, similarly, what will this angle be, the inside angle?
120 degrees.
This will be 120 degrees. Very good. Now, if I add up all these angles, I have x and x, that gives me 2x plus 110 plus 120. And the third angle is 30 degrees here given, which will sum to 540 degrees. Okay. Are you understanding this? 110 plus 120 plus 30. Sum of all interior angles, no, and plus x gave me 2x. Okay. So I just add up these. What is 110 plus 120 plus 30? This is
260 degrees.
5, 6, and this is 260. 260, no? So to find my value of x, I will subtract this here. So what do I get after
Ma'am,
subtracting? That is 2. Yes?
ma'am, I have it out, ma'am.
One
Ma'am,
second.
here,
Okay. So when I subtract this, I take my 2 here below. So I get 140. Okay. Yes, Lasya, ask now.
yes, ma'am. Ma'am, here you wrote a triangle is equal to 3 is equal to 180 degrees, right, ma'am?
So
That is linked to this question only, right, ma'am?
this is the, I'm just telling you how do we get to know that what is the sum of the angles. Okay.
I didn't understood that.
See, do you know the angle sum property of a triangle? What is the sum of the all angles of a triangle? What is it?
60 degrees, 180 degrees.
180 degrees, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Huh. So we worked on this. What is the sum of angles of all the quadrilaterals in a quadrilateral? That's 360 degrees. We have been studying about this. We did these sums also.
Yes,
360 degrees, is it?
yes,
So
ma'am.
what did we observe here? This was a four-sided figure. This is a three-sided figure, right? We know its sum is 360, 180, and this is 360. So what do we observe here? That 180, how can I equate 180 with 360? If I multiply this with 2. Yes?
Yes,
Yes, no?
yes, ma'am.
If I have to subtract 360 by 180, I'll get 2, no?
Yes,
Okay. So I multiplied it with 2. But how will I have this? You are asking about this, no? How did I write 3 minus 2? So that is 4 minus 2. I'll get 2 here. Because 4 is
ma'am,
the
how did
number.
3 came? I'm sorry, ma'am.
3
How
means
did?
the 3 sides of a triangle.
Okay,
Okay. As is the
yes,
number of sides of a triangle minus 2. So this is how it has been given in the formula form n minus 2 into 180 degrees. N minus 2 means the number of sides of a figure.
both sides. Okay.
Okay.
So we
The
can
number
write
of,
n minus 2, or even we can write number of sides also, right, ma'am?
yes. So n means the number of sides.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Suppose you have some 8-sided figure, 9-sided figure. So the same formula applies for everything, every
Okay.
figure.
Yes,
Okay.
yes,
Yes, Charan Tej.
Ma'am, here did you take the linear pair for 70 degrees and 60 degrees?
Ha, beta, I took the linear pair here. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So you understood this? How did we get the two angles? So if x is 140 means each angle is 140 degrees. Right? And you can even
Yes,
check
ma'am.
your answer by adding all the interior angles of this shape. Okay. Right? So that should come out to be 540 degrees. Okay, now see some more here. See, there's another shape here. It's like this. It's like this. It's like this. Okay. This is the shape given here. This angle is given to be 90 degrees. This small angle is 30 degrees. And this angle is given y. This angle is x. This angle is z. Okay.
Ma'am, can I answer?
Yes, please say.
Ma'am, X is 90 degrees.
Huh.
Z is 150 degrees, and then Y is 120.
Yes. Okay. So we had to find the angles here, the exterior angles. We know with the property, we know that sum of the exterior angles of any polygon is always 360 degrees. This we already know, no? So we just have to find x plus y plus z. So x plus y plus z is 360. But individually, if we take like this, that means interior sum of interior angles is always 180 degrees. So this is 90, this is 30, 90. So 30 plus 90 is 120. So 180 minus 120 will be 60 degrees. So that means this angle is 60-degree interior angle. So if interior angle is 60 degree, that means the outer angle is 120 because they are forming a linear pair here. Okay, and same way you can see here the interior angle is 90. That means the outer angle should also be 90. That again makes a linear pair. Here also you can see it's 30. Then the outer angle will be
150.
150, right? 180 minus. So they are also forming a linear pair. So we already know that sum of these angles is 360 degree. So you can just write here your values for x, that is 90 plus 120. Although it is not asked here, we are just asked to find x plus y plus z. So x plus y plus z, so we can write it with the property only, no? The sum of all exterior angles. So plus 150, right? So that gives us 360 degrees. I hope you are understanding this.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Never mind,
Yes.
we'll do some more extra sums on this. Okay. Okay, let's take another sum. What's the time? It's
6:15.
6:15. Mitchie, the time is up now. Okay, just take a question and you can do it. And I'll wind up the class now. Just take it as a homework for you. But it's just one question. I will give you homework on the WhatsApp group. Okay. Okay, children.
Okay.
In a quadrilateral ABCD, please write down this so that you can continue with this question. If ABCD is a quadrilateral, the angles A, B, C, D are in the ratio 1:2:3:4. Find the measure of each angle of a quadrilateral. Find each angle of the quadrilateral. Okay. Quadrilateral. So these angles, all the four angles are given in a ratio form. 1:2:3.
We will do, ma'am. We'll do.
Okay. So find each angle of the quadrilateral. Okay, beta. Do this. Take it for homework. The rest of the work I'll post you in the WhatsApp group. Noted?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am.
Will I wind up the class now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am.
Ma'am, I just have one doubt. It's not related to the subject. It's about
The notes will be posted today, ma'am. The notes. You will post it, ma'am.
Notes?
Yes.
You mean these notes?
Yes, ma'am.
Uh,
I'll take a screenshot, ma'am. Otherwise,
okay.
just down that page, ma'am. Down.
This is not possible every time, but if you say, but for today, if you want, I'll post it.
Okay, ma'am.
If you want it for today, I'll post it. Okay?
Yes.
But otherwise, everyday notes are not possible because
Yes. Okay.
maths is such a subject that we do alongside, is it?
Yes, ma'am. Only one page I need to.
Yes, Srishta, you are asking something?
Ma'am, so basically, is this like the third chapter that we are doing here?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so basically 2 chapters were over before. It's just,
See, you joined late, no? So
yeah.
we have done rational numbers. We have done linear equations in one variable. Okay.
Okay.
Now we never mind, but we will be revising those chapters. Okay. Don't think that
Okay, ma'am.
chapters, if once they are done, they won't be taken up again. It's not like that. I'll be revising that and I'll be keep giving you worksheets based on it so that you are in touch with those topics. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
I'll keep giving you worksheets on this, although we have finished the chapter, so that with the worksheet you'll be keeping in touch with them. And if you have any doubts, you can see the previous videos. I think the rational
Okay,
number
ma'am.
videos would be available now on the YouTube. So you can check out those videos. I
Oh,
think
ma'am, what's the channel's
Ma'am.
name?
what happened, but that's Chanakya tutorial.
Okay, ma'am.
Just write the name of the chapter, rational numbers class 8 or linear equations class 8, you'll get it there.
Ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, who's this?
Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am.
Okay. Thank you, beta. Bye-bye.
Ma'am, I got
Thank
the
you, ma'am.
messages. Thanks.
You got your answer? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I have a class now, beta. I cannot wait here now. We'll discuss it in tomorrow's class. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Great, Bachi.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. God bless to all. Bye bye.
Bye, ma'am.